sure. Okay, cool. My internet connection is high. Strong. I don't know. Hey! So good to be here. There are so many cool things happening right now. Like one being that finally there's a butterfly emoji. If you haven't updated your phone yet, get on it because it's very exciting. There are also other very cool emojis. I don't think there's a mermaid yet, so I'm still waiting for that. But overall, good day because that's new and awesome. So, also I wanted to share this really funny tidbit real quick, which is that somehow my body has already acclimated to weather here in South Carolina, and it was 51 maybe even 55 last night, and it was raining, and I was shivering. And I was like, what is the problem? What's happened to me? What have I done? So I'm a little terrified to go back up north for Christmas and the holidays. Anyway, so I wanted to pop on here and just share a bit about how to create massive change in your life and in the world in 2017. And if you own a business, this can apply to that as well. So I hope you all can hear me. If you can't, let me know. If you can hear me, just can you type in the comments real quick below to let me know? Because sometimes, it hasn't been doing it a lot lately, but sometimes Facebook Live will record, but you can't hear. So, and everyone seems to be hopping off, so maybe you can't hear me, and that's why. Whoever's live, Edie, can you hear me? I think she's here still. I just want to make sure that you can hear me in the comments. If you could just type it, just say yes if you can hear me. That'd be awesome. I don't want to record a whole thing of inaudible nothingness. My tea is ready, so I'm going to grab that while we keep chatting. Yay! Okay, perfect. Thanks, Edie. Good to see you. You can always hop in later and check out the replay. So, welcome to my kitchen. We're very festive with our tree in the window. Okay, so create a massive change. I made a post about this earlier, and I sent this out in a newsletter somewhat today. And I just wanted to pop on here and really share this with you because it's really important, and it's something that I've learned on my own journey and something that works every single time. And it's just, the message keeps coming in, whether it's in a yoga class or a statistic I see or social media or whatever, or just thoughts that I'm having about my own stuff. These are really, really important things. So I want to make sure you all know them and know what they are and can use them as you move out of one year and into the next, and as you go into the holiday season a little bit more intentionally than you may have before. So one of the first things that is really necessary in order to create massive shifts and really success in your life is to be willing to do things differently and be willing to think differently. And this is a really powerful piece, because a lot of times I see and hear from women, they reach out to me for coaching, and the first thing they say is no one gets it because their families are very traditional, or everyone in their family is like a doctor or an accountant or something very, very traditional. And so when these women have these amazing, huge dreams and they want to start a business or do something a little bit unconventional or step away from a 9-to-5 job that's super secure, people look at them like they're crazy. And the truth is they're not. They're just doing it differently. They're pursuing their path and their purpose. And I think it's a really important piece to recognize, because it's easy to fall back in when everything around you is saying you're crazy and this is the only way to be successful is to do X, Y, and Z, which is what most people are doing, right? So that's the one piece of that. And the other piece is my friend Stephanie Berg posted this amazing quote, and it's a statistic, and she got this from Hal Elrod, I believe from The Miracle Morning, which I know for a fact she's reading or has read lately. So that's a really important piece too, because the statistic is that 95% of people are unwilling to commit to do what it takes to achieve success or be committed to what it is that they want to do that would that would ensure their success in any area of their life. So when the messages we're receiving on the outside, in the external, from our family and friends, even if they mean well, are that that's crazy, or you shouldn't be spending money on that, or you don't, why should you step away from your full-time job? You know, it's just so much safer. We want you to be taken care of. All those things come from a really good place. They want to take care of you, and they want you to be taken care of, you know, and they want you to feel secure and to have the values that they hold as well. So when you want to do something different and create a change, oftentimes people will look at you like you have three heads, because most people, 95% of people in fact, are not operating in a belief system that allows them to create real change or achieve success. So that's not to say that people aren't doing their best and aren't pursuing what their own definition of success. That's not what I'm talking about, because I think if you've been following me, or you're here for a while, or you know me, you know that when I say success, what I really mean is your definition of success, whatever that is for you as an individual, and that can be defined in any way. So as long as you're clear on what that definition is for you, there's no right or wrong. But success as a bigger, concept is basically achieving what it is that's important to you and that you desire for your life. So the first piece is being aware of your thoughts, your belief system, and recognizing that if you want to do something different, you have to start believing something different. So one of my favorite coaching, I guess you would call it like a tool or technique maybe, is that just a piece of information really about the way that the human mind works, is that the belief system is the first and core thing that we have to address when we want to create different results. So beliefs, our belief system that we hold, which by the way, we get to choose what beliefs we hold true for us. There is no universal thing that says that's right and that's wrong, right? We get to choose that in every moment and every day. So our belief system is the core and the first place we need to begin when we want to create a different result or create any type of change in our lives. So our belief system informs the potential we see in any situation. The potential we see in any situation informs the action we'll take, whether it's big or small or aligned with what it is that we want or not. If we don't believe it's possible, we're not going to pursue it. So the belief informs the potential informs the action creates the results. Obviously, we know this. So if you're taking action based on things that you don't believe can be possible, you're not going to get the results you want, right? I said that in a really confusing way, but you get the picture. Basically, your beliefs and the potential you see and the action you take and the results that you receive are all interconnected and really important to look at every step of that process. And when you are taking action, creating results, the results that you achieve or receive from your action, your output, is going to inform a belief system that you have. Whether the result reinforces the belief system or doesn't is going to influence what you believe moving forward. So that's a really complicated thing, even though it's kind of simple, but there's a lot to it. So that's part of what I work with people on in coaching, really, is like, how do we rewire these belief systems inside of you that may be operating from a default system, from what you've heard or what you've grown up with, or the way that you've sort of become wired internally and in your brain, that these are the actions that you're taking or the beliefs that you're holding on to that don't really serve you in getting to where you want to be and creating success on your own terms. So that's the one piece, is understanding your beliefs and surrounding yourself with people who not necessarily like believe what you believe, because we can all believe different things. But there are some things, right, that if you are a soulful woman on a mission, for instance, you would want to be surrounded in a community with people who get it, with people who understand what you're going through and can support you and lift you back up into the same belief system that you need to be in order to function optimally and achieve that result of success based on whatever success is to you. So One is the beliefs. Two is actually curating your surroundings to enable yourself to stay in that belief system and stay in that energy, because beliefs are energy. Beliefs create results, right? So beliefs are energy that creates a result as well. And so this is really, really important. The energy we surround ourselves with, you know, we've probably all heard this, I don't know, this statistic, fact, that we become like the 5 people we spend the most time with. And so if the 5 people you're surrounding yourself most of the time with do not believe what you want to believe in order to be successful, then you need a new tribe and a community to be able to support you in getting there to where you want to be, and reinforcing the belief systems that you're trying to create so that you can actually achieve success. And the cool part about that is that, right, so going back to this 95% statistic of people who won't be doing that, are 5% of people will, right? So, and I work with women, so that's 2.5% of women in the world population are actually willing to create 50% or more of the change in our world. And so when I think about that, I'm like, whoa, that's huge. Because the women who are feeling activated by certain things, or the women who feel like they have a bigger purpose in life, which we all do, but you know, the women who are starting to recognize that, or who feel like the way they've been doing things just isn't working anymore and they want something new, this is really a critical time. Like 2017 is going to be amazing. 2016 has been such a year of like upheaval and chaos a bit. And so what I'm seeing in the collective is like women who are really willing to stand up and create change, who are willing to devote themselves and be committed to creating big change in our world. And when we think about that, that 2.5% of the world's women will create 50%, give or take, plus or minus, depending on the output exactly from that 2.5% of women, assuming all is equal, will create 50% of the change in the world. So what we need to do in order to create more change is really increase the number of women who are willing to step up and lead, and who are willing to create change in their own lives and in the world around them. Not just, you know, it's not about being selfish and just creating change in your own life. It's about when you are empowered and when you create change in your life, you are then able to pass it forward and share that information with more people and use it to empower more people, to really become a conduit for whatever it is that's wanting to be shared through you into the world. So, first step is belief systems. Second step, and thoughts. Second step is surrounding yourself, curating your group and tribe of people who are going to lift you back up when it gets challenging, and who are going to bring you into the belief system and keep you in the energy that you need to be in to be successful. And the third thing I haven't made up yet, so let me think about that. It's fun when you just get on Facebook Live and like just roll with it. So once you have the belief system, once you have the community, really being able to be really having the wisdom and the tools to deal with whatever it is that's coming your way. So what I mean by that is being able to have the skills in your tool belt to pull out in the moments when it's really hard, or you feel like you're getting stuck in fear or old belief systems, or any of that you're able to pull yourself out and be resilient in the face of any challenge that comes your way, because you know and you trust in yourself and the universe and your sisters in your community and, you know, life as it is, to be able to provide for you and be able to know that you're always supported, and be able to lean into the support systems that you've built and curated for yourself in those moments when it's hard to ask for support, or when we feel like our ego mind and our fears are getting in the way of us really fully expanding and becoming as successful as possible. So those are the 3 ways, and they kind of build upon each other. So if you are interested